So with Prima Dog episode 5, this episode was definitely really good. It was pretty good, but it was not my most favorite episode. But based with this episode, I would have to say it's probably my second favorite. It's probably my second favorite. And it's being introduced to this new girl. I can't remember her name. I think there's. I'm just gonna call her Rant, or something like that. Whatever you want to call her. I can't pronounce the name. It's nothing bad or anything like that. It's just her name. I just can't pronounce. I'm just gonna call her Rant. So Rant is just basically a new girl. She's basically who joined the party of the rest of the other girls at the Black Cat Cafe. The one thing I really did like about her and stuff like that, is basically because of her general nation, not her nation, but her general feelings, what she's programmed to do and stuff like that, and stuff, because like when somebody's being programmed to do something, being to do something, or like a droid or maybe a robot, whatever it maybe is, they're supposed to do their duty, they're supposed to do their job. Now, take that for R2D2. Now, I know this is based on Star Wars. I know this is based on Star Wars, but I really want to talk about just for a few minutes, not too long. But like I said, as for R2D2 and C3PO, now let's talk about C3PO because C3PO has been programmed to understand 100,000, maybe more messages or language, so he can learn, so he can learn that. And the reason why he's been programmed to do that is basically he can understand what some of the races are like. They have like all different kinds of races basically in Star Wars, in Star Wars. I mean, and they're supposed to do as best to supposed is to do by understanding almost every single one. Even though if C-Creepers were to say that's not in my program, it means that he's forbidden not to do that. But even though the coding of what he's supposed to do was to obey his conscience and just basically say what it needs to be and stuff like that. One thing I like about C-Creepio is because of the fact because he's very, very useful. He can be useful for almost anything, and because to me, I think he's the perfect droid robot. That's just basically what I think and stuff like that. Because he can understand that nobody has never understand before, and I do think he's a very special robot. The reason why I'm saying this is because that's just basically what it feels to me, Brett. Feels to me, Brett. She's programmed to do what she's told to do, and she cannot break any rules or break anything for whatsoever because some of the people in the Black Cafe saying like oh, she can't be trusted because they know that they seem to be that she is a danger to some of the people at the cafe. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them for basically like saying, oh, I don't trust her. But I wanted to say this. Because Mr. Nagy, he puts his full trust into the girl with the pink hair and stuff like that. Even though when she came back, that's as her mentor and stuff. She's saying, I don't know what she's doing or anything like that. But even though basically what she did when Rent was just basically just basically Rent was just sleeping. And the girl with the pink hair, like I said before, I can't remember her name. The girl with the pink hair, she looks at the luggage that Rent has, and you could just see that Rent has a whole bunch of knives and stuff like that, and Rent just came up to her and stuff like that. I don't think Rent was not trying to kill her or anything like that. I think she just basically just giving her a warning because telling her I don't want you interfering in my business or anything like that and into my business. Because if somebody was to find out that you're in somebody's stuff, then they are programmed to act in self-defense, because if they don't act in self-defense, then they may not have a choice but to fight. To fight. Now, take as for the droid army over the Star Wars. I definitely want to talk about this because with each and every different droid bot, even though basically what they're supposed to do, they're basically supposed to obey commands and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And if you could just basically the rumors may seem like, oh, they're being formal or something like that. I wouldn't say that, but they're just basically just programmed to do what they're supposed to do because just to obey order. Because if they were not to obey the order, then they have to get fixed, and then they have to then they have to take them or just trash them somewhere else and stuff like that and stuff like that. And that's just basically what it seems to me because it's just like the reason why I'm saying this because that's just basically what happens just basically in Star Wars and stuff like that. Because for each and every different command that they're given, they're supposed to obey that command. Because if they're not, just like I said before, they'll probably throw them away, or they'll probably just fix them and say like, yeah, we can fix them and stuff, and see what's on their mind, and see what they can do. And the reason I'm bringing this up because it's just basically to me that every single robot, every single droid that there is, or maybe a computer or a cell phone or a mouse. Because let's take it as for instance, my mouse. Okay, this is my mouse. All right, so I'm supposed to give this mouse some batteries. So my job is to make sure that this mouse is working. But however, with the batteries inside of this mouse, inside this mouse, is supposed to move the arrow. It's supposed to move the arrow. But however, I'm supposed to take good care of this because if I don't take good care of this, and then like the mouse will just like basically like you're not taking good care of it, you're not doing what you're supposed to do and stuff like that, and you give me some new batteries. It doesn't talk or anything like that, but it's just basically a mouse. I wouldn't say it's basically a computer mouse or droid robot. I don't think it really is not, but I just think that we're supposed to do if I use this mouse. It's supposed to help us, go online, other stuff and stuff like that, and stuff because it's supposed to help. It's supposed to help me to make sure where I want to go and stuff like that. Even though this mouse does not have no conscience at all, it means it just comes alive. It just comes alive and it comes to with a green light, and you just basically pull to move the mouse wherever you want to go. The reason I'm saying this is because these are some things that I never would have thought that they would actually just make wireless mouses because I like wireless mouses because generally to be honest with you, I really don't like those what do you call them string or something like that or something that put in your computer. I just don't like those, but I'm really happy that I got a wireless mouse, and even though I've been having this thing for a long time, but even though I'm just saying, just basically, I'm just moving around with my mouse and I can see my comma with the mouse is just basically just moving, and stuff too. So I mean, the mouse is supposed to help me and supposed to help you. Now, generally, basically with the computer, like you can put any kinds of programs on your computer. Now, I will say that the computer is never wrong. The reason why I say that is because it's our responsibility to make the computer smart and just to understand. And if the computer just like, oh, we're detecting this, we're detecting that, and stuff like that, we need to get that fixed because if it doesn't get fixed, then bam, guess what? The computer is dead, or there may be viruses out there, probably in another country that could get access to my bank account or my records and stuff like that. And we don't want that to happen because I mean that can basically I can just tell that can happen. The reason I'm saying this is because like I said before, just basically a mouse, cell phone, laptop, whatever maybe it is, or a Nintendo Switch or a game station, they are programmed to serve for us because they expect us to give them the directions that they need because they have to obey what we're giving them. But I want to say this is that like I said before, they may seem like, oh yeah, they're not obeying us, but they're just telling us like what do you want to do next? What's going to happen? I'm not saying they're going to speak or anything like that, but it's just basically just that these things that serves us. Just like basically what I said about Rent, basically with Rent, because Rent is just basically she's just a robot. Yeah, she's programmed for something that she's supposed to do, and she has to face those programs, and she really does. It really does. Now, there's one thing I definitely do want to say about this also too, because the reason why she can't remember is because she cannot forget about all of the stuff that she basically used to do and stuff like that. Takes us for instance of a dog or a cat or any animal, because like if something were that bad happened to them, they will know what go like, and like if they were to see like a human being or somebody else different, they're like, I don't like you, you're a big threat to me and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's because that dogs do and some other animals don't want to get hurt because they basically feels like they don't trust they don't uh, they don't they don't trust us because we did bad things to them and stuff like that and stuff, and that's just basically what it just seems to be. It's just, trying to gain an animal's trust is I mean, it's hard. It's really hard, and it's not easy. They can remember, and they have very good memory, and they can remember. Animals do remember a lot of things, and they do. That's why they've been made like that, and stuff, And what are we supposed to do? Is supposed to take care of them, give them a home, give them pats on the head, pats on the belly, or whatever it maybe is, and stuff like that. And I used to have a dog named Rusty. I loved her so much. She's one of my favorite dogs. Even though she passed away a long time ago, long time ago when I was a child, something like that. But yeah, I hope everyone definitely just understand about what I'm saying here. I don't want to confuse anybody because basically what I'm saying about the mouse or the Nintendo Switch or basically my computer or my cell phone or whatever it may be is that. But even though I'm just basically I'm just saying that's just basically I just want basically people just to understand that's basically what I feel. That's just basically what I think, and stuff. That's just me. That's just me just saying it. But I just want people just to realize where I'm coming from about with this episode. But yeah, it was. I hope you guys like I said. I hope you guys have to understand. I love to hear what you guys have to say. I don't know what you guys are. I don't know if you guys don't agree with me or not. But even though I just love to hear what you guys would say. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. Leave your comments below. And so yeah, anyways, this is next. Anyways, I'll see you guys there. Take care. I hope you guys have a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. And please hit the notification bell also too, so it's letting you guys watch my videos. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. I hope you guys have a day. Take care. God bless. Remember, you love you. I love you guys. Please stay safe. And remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care.